Man, this Baby Yoda cocktail is everywhere, but guess what? I'm going to teach you how to make the alcoholic version and also a non-alcoholic version for your kiddos.
Videos on the Daniel channel are intended for audiences 13 and above. If you are 12 and under, please only watch with parental supervision. While my intended audience is PG-13, rest assured content is always family friendly and always will be. Hey everybody, welcome to the Daniel channel. I am Dano and I'm here with a different kind of video. You might notice this lovely, adorable libation in my hands. This is the Baby Yoda cocktail. Now, I've been seeing videos from friends and pictures from bars that are here in Las Vegas where I live that have been making this Baby Yoda cocktail. Everybody seems to have their own way of doing it. It's at Trader Sam's at Disneyland and Disney World now, and they have a couple different versions of it, but I'm going to show you guys my version, and I'm going to use the recipe from the Galaxy's Edge Cookbook. This is the recipe for the Dagobah Slug Slinger. So over at Oga's Cantina, you can actually get this green drink, and it's basically like a margarita, but it's got a little bit of a ginger and rosemary kind of kick to it. They give you a little rosemary sprig there. Delicious. But it's kind of like a margarita with a little bit of a funky ginger rosemary spice to it. And once we've made the Dagobah Slug Slinger, then I can show you how to use black cherries, bamboo skewers, and limes to make it look like the Baby Yoda cocktail. So in order to make the Dagobah Slug Slinger drink, you will need to do a little bit of prep first, and that's the special syrup that is made with ginger and rosemary. It's called Dagobah Slug Syrup. It takes just a few minutes to make, but you do have to let it sit for a few hours. So what you're going to need is 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, 4 ounces of fresh ginger, peeled and then sliced to about a 1/4 inch thickness, and 1 3-inch rosemary sprig. Now, in a small saucepan over medium heat, you're going to want to bring the sugar and the water up to a boil. And once it's boiling, then you're going to add your ginger and your rosemary sprig, and then bring it back up to a boil again and let it sit there for just a minute. And then take it off the heat and let the whole concoction, your syrup, it's basically a simple syrup with ginger and rosemary, but let it sit and just kind of infuse and do its thing for about 5 hours. So after 5 hours, you're going to want to strain it into a bottle. It does keep for about 1 to 2 weeks in the refrigerator, so you'll have this to use on plenty and plenty of future drinks. Now, I found that this particular recipe does yield, I don't know, enough for about 8 or 9 drinks, so there you go. You can make more. You can double the recipe if you plan on having a party or something, but it does keep for 1 to 2 weeks. All right, now I do want to read to you what the little blurb in the book says about the Dagobah Slug Slinger. It says, as you probably guessed from its name, this particular cocktail derives its inimitable herbal nip from a sticky slime of the Dagobah swamp slug, or at least from the substitute Dagobah slug syrup in this book's first batch of recipes. Despite its decidedly floral notes, the Dagobah Slug Slinger isn't nearly as swampy as you might expect from a drink that originated on Dagobah. That's because it's got a tart citrus base that provides the ideal balance to the slug's sweet, herbaceous ooze. The strong flavors also do a nice job of smoothing out the equally strong portion of booze it contains. But don't be fooled. This one has more kick to it than a master of Terrace Cassie. Okay, so here's what you're going to need in order to make the Dagobah Slug Slinger. You're going to need 1/2 ounce of lime juice. You're going to use 2 ounces of orange juice, 1 ounce of Dagobah slug syrup, which we made earlier, 1/2 teaspoon of blue Curacao, yum, that stuff goes a long way, so just be careful, don't overpour that, 2 ounces of tequila, 1 ounce of water, a sprig of rosemary for garnishing. Now, you don't have to use the rosemary, it's just for garnishing. They do add that for a light flare, you may want to light part of it on fire and then blow it out to let it smolder. It will smoke, but if it's a live rosemary plant, it will kind of it's hard to light on fire because it's got moisture in it. So it just takes a while. But I tried it and I was like, not worth doing. That's just my thoughts. All right, in order to make the drink, you're going to want to combine the lime juice, orange juice, slug syrup, Curacao, and tequila, and water in a shaker, and give it a few good shakes to combine. Then you're going to pour it into a tall glass with a few ice cubes and garnish with your sprig of rosemary. Now, using the same exact drink, I poured it into a smaller glass, you can see. I had one that I thought looked kind of cute and would work like Yoda. Use whatever glass you've got handy or whatever you think is going to work. This is the hardest part, is using the garnish of the black cherries, the lime, and the bamboo skewers. You can see a photo here of how I kind of laid them out and did them at an angle. But the hardest part to me was kind of doing the angles right so that I could see both eyes up front with the cherries. It would come through the back of the lime, and I could still hang it off the edge of the glass, and it looks like ears. So it's a little tricky, but you can play with it a little bit, and it'll kind of you'll get it by your delicious. Oh, well, it's straight lime juice by maybe your third or fourth try. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Baby Yoda cocktail, or as Galaxy's Edge knows it at Oga's Cantina, the Dagobah Slug Slinger. Now, for the non-alcoholic version, obviously you're not going to use tequila and you're not going to use blue curacao, but all the other ingredients are pretty much the same. So in this case, I decided to swap the tequila for 2 ounces of white cranberry juice. You can also use white grape juice, but I went with white for color reasons. The next thing you put in there, instead of blue curacao, I did 2 ounces of blue mountain berry Powerade. Now in the book, it actually has you use that blue mountain berry Powerade for other drinks like the Hyperdrive. So it's something I had on hand anyways for making other drinks for my kids. So I went heavy on the Powerade, so it's like 2 ounces of cranberry juice, 2 ounces of the Powerade, so you get an even match there. And then I hit it with 1 ounce of lime juice, so you get that little tang, that same kind of pucker. 1 ounce of slug syrup. This is important. That slug syrup will kind of cut the bitterness of the lime and the orange juice, because you're also going to hit it with about a tablespoon, like a splash of orange juice over that, and that should just about complete the drink. Mix it up like you would with the other one, and pour that out for your kids, and they should enjoy that. Again, feel free to tweak those just a little bit. The blue Powerade orange combo is a little weird. The first time I made it, I did more orange juice, splash of Powerade. Not as good. To me, it left a weird mouthfeel. My kids liked it. They were like, no, it's weird. It's Galaxy's Edge. It's supposed to taste weird. I was like, something was off. But when I switched it the other way and I did more Powerade with a splash of orange juice, it just seemed to be a little bit better for my palate. Either way, it's still sweet because it's like almost all juice. And also, you can add in that ounce of water like we did on the alcoholic version, and it'll help kind of temper that and water that down a bit too. All right, well, I've got 2 of these things that I got to finish now, so I'm going to get back to editing. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Do you like this kind of video? Instructional drink and stuff? Because I've been making a lot of foods. If you want to see more, maybe learn how to make Katsaka's kettle corn. It's good. It's like kettle corn, but with like garam masala and like red sea salt. It's definitely different. Everything in this book is different. I was thinking about maybe doing like 1 recipe a week or every other week or something, just to kind of show you. But in case you don't want to wait that long, this book is like 15 or sometimes $18. I bought mine for $35 when it came out, but it has been super cheap on Amazon. So look down below for an affiliate link. Those affiliate links help support the channel. Another way to help support the channel is just to leave a thumbs up if you like this, comment below, and share this video with a friend. And until next time, do the little magic hand thing, baby. Alright, now that the video's over, it's tough decision time. What are you gonna watch next? Well, guess what? I picked 2 videos. My last video and one that YouTube thinks you should watch next. I hope you've enjoyed everything here. Check out the links down below for links to products, Amazon affiliate links, and other ways to support the Dano channel. Thank you so much for watching.